one, what is the most common reason for performing arthrography on children? Madalas na nangyayari sa kanila is nagkakaroon sila ng congenital hip dislocation. Kaya tayo kailangan mag-perform ng hip arthrography. Okay? Number 52, what is the contrast used if the patient undergoes pneumoarthrography? Wala nang iba, pneumo, ibig sabihin hangin. Therefore, correct answer natin, letter B, gaseous medium. Next, number 53, it demonstrates the mucosal pattern of your large intestine with residual contrast media for identifying small polyps and defects during barium enema. Tuwing kailan natin siya ginagawa? Hindi siya ginagawa pre-evacuation. Hindi natin kaya. Kasi 'di ba ang polyps, ginagamit or ginagawa natin siya nang may kasamang double contrast. So, sabihin, may what is contring? May contring contrast. Tapos, meron din tayong air, okay, na binibigay sa patient. Gaseous medium. So, therefore, it is actually done post-evacuation. O, ayan ha, may clue ka na. Pero ang tanong, Ma'am Isa, is it AP or is it PA projection? O, ayan. So, definitely, it is in, ayan. Anong correct answer natin? Okay, ayun na magsalita. Okay, AP, axial projection. Okay? So, hindi mo, kasi kung may hangin na yung tiyan ng pasyente, tapos ipapadapa mo pa siya, medyo uncomfortable yon sa patient. Okay? Correct answer, ayan. AP, axial. Next, number 54. Okay? So, to demonstrate a ligamentous tear at the ankle joint, which of the following procedures is employed? So, kapag ka may mga tears talaga, kapag ka may mga problems, usually sa mga joint spaces, nagbibigay tayo ng tinatawag natin na stress views. Okay? Yung stress views na yon, kung saan ang ginagawa natin is nilalagyan pa natin siya ng konting push or konting strain or konting banat. Ayan. So, para malaman natin kung meron nga ba siyang widening talaga, okay, within that joint area. Kapag ka nagkaroon tayo or nag-demonstrate siya ng widening within that joint area, unusually large na widening within the joint area, ibig sabihin nun, meron siyang ruptured ligament. Okay? So, ito yung sinasabi natin na stress view. So, number 54, letter C. Next, number 55, modification that utilizes a 15-degree wedge, and this is employed for flat-chested patients. Ay, kawawa naman. So, as to prevent clavicular superimposition during a clavicular spine examination. So, correct answer natin dito, okay? Letter B, funky modification. Okay? Funky modification. Letter A, si Salazar modification, usually ginagamit natin siya for the glenoid cavity. Okay? Pang glenoid cavity po natin siya na modification na ginagamit. Next, McLaughlin modification, yung letter C, ginagamit natin siya for scapular imaging. Okay? Scapular imaging modification. Yung Torres, wala yan. Okay? So, correct answer natin for number 55, it is letter B. Okay? Funky. Funky talaga, no? Funk modification. Next, number 56. Which of the following projections would demonstrate the scaphoid pad stripe of the wrist area or the wrist joint? Correct answer natin, na kay Bontrager yan, PA projection. Okay? Next, number 57. Which evaluation criterion indicates that the humerus was properly positioned for the AP projection? So, usually, pag letter A, nakikita lang natin yung epicondyles na magka-superimpose pag naka-lateral projection yan. So, hindi yan pang AP, ha? Next, yung lesser tubercle, seen in profile, AP yan, pero naka-internal rotate naman yung kamay natin. Yung letter C, AP nga din yan, yan ha, pero greater tubercle kasi mas nakikita in external rotation. Therefore, correct answer natin ay letter D. Yung humeral head, kasama ng greater tubercle, seen in profile, this is only for your AP projection for the, yan ha, for the humerus. So, correct answer natin, number 57, letter D. Number 58, this method provides an angulated basal view of the chest, which shows lower lobe diseases. So, it uses a 30-degree angulation towards the mid-sternum and may be done erect or supine. So, correct answer natin dyan ay si Resnick method. Letter D, Resnick method. Si Jude, kilala niyo naman siya for acetabulum. Then si Binasi method, kilala din natin siya for the liver imaging naman. Okay? So, correct answer natin, letter D, Resnick method. Number 59, all chest radiographs must be done in erect as long as the patient can handle it for the following reasons, except, okay, letter A, diaphragm moves downward. No, 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 no. Okay? So, usually, okay, ito yung mga ginagawa natin, ha. Kapag naka-upright position, definitely yung diaphragm mas mag-move downward yan. Makikita natin ngayon ang air fluid level. Tapos, less yung ating engorgement or yung parang itsurang malaki ng inyong pulmonary vessels. So, therefore, lahat ng chest radiograph, okay, ginagawa natin siya in erect except for the reason of letter D. Lung vessels are unobstructed. Okay? So, correct answer natin, letter D, number 59, delta. Next, number 60. Which structure should be examined to see whether the patient was rotated for a lateral projection of the abdomen? Hindi masyado nagla-lateral projection ng abdomen, pwera sa kapag ka meron tayo mga foreign body, okay, na kailangan makita, most especially kapag ka may mga gunshot wounds, para makita natin or malaman natin nasan ngayon yung trajectory, okay, ng bullets, lalo na kung hindi pa ito nakalabas, nandun pa siya sa loob, or nakalabas na din siya, okay? So, tanggal ang, di kasi natin siya mapipinpoint kapag diaphragm ang ginamit natin. So, therefore, tanggal ang letter C at ang letter D. Okay? Ang titignan mo lang dyan is yung rotation ng pelvis. Ay, ang galing! Okay, gusto na nilang matapos. Yes, letter A! Okay. Pelvis and lumbar vertebra. Galing nga. Kasi yung lumbar vertebra, madali mong mapinpoint kung may obliquity dahil makikita mo agad kung meron slightly, ayan ha, na change in its, in its, ang tawag nito,
Uy, pangalan ko yan ah, may sashed.
Okay, so correct answer natin for number E, it's letter A, pelvis at saka lumbar vertebra. Yan. Next, number 61. So this is performed to detect suspected abnormalities of development, confirm suspected fetal death. So usually, ito yung ginagamitan natin ng fetography. Ayan. So ang fetography, pwede lang natin siyang gamitin during the last trimester ng pregnancy. Kapag ang first, second, medyo delikado pa, kailangan natin ng clearance with your OB. Okay, kung kailangan ba talaga siya or hindi. So correct answer natin for number 61, it's letter C. Next, number 62, what projection in mammography demonstrates the greatest amount of your breast tissue? Definitely, it's your MLO. Pero, si Lundgren's oblique is also the other term for your 45-degree MLO. So, therefore, it is both A and B. Okay? Correct answer natin, number 62, letter C. Next, number 63. Select the duct which uses as the site where the T-tube is placed, or T-tube is left, okay, in place for your T-tube cholangiogram. So, wala nang ibang paghahanapan, wala nang ibang pagsiksikan. Correct answer natin ay letter D, delta. Okay, it's just the common bile duct. Next, number 64. Which procedure should be performed for the left PA projection that is part of your OCG examination? Correct answer natin dito, yung mga letter B. Niro-rotate natin yung mga mapapayat ha, na pasyente, more so rather than the large patients. Kasi nga, di ba, sabi nga natin, mas nasa center yung kanilang bile, yung kanilang gallbladder. So, para mahiwalay natin yun sa kanilang vertebra, mas malaki yung kanilang rotation of obliquity or obliquity. Next, number 65. What method should be done with patients having breast implant during a mammography? Correct answer natin dyan, C. Both yan ha. Kasi yung implant displaced method tsaka yung ecclude method, ang ginagawa mo dyan, after nung standard na CC tsaka MLO, yung craniocaudal tsaka yung MLO na examination, kukuha ka ulit ng isa pang exam, which is yung ecclude or yung implant displaced. Parang pinipinch mo ngayon, tinutulak mo ngayon yung implant, yung silicone implant, para mapunta siya dun sa may posterior or dun sa may chest wall. Tapos, kukuhaan mo ngayon siya ulit ng isa pang sisi nang hindi nakikita yung implant. Okay? So, walang superimposition. So, correct answer natin dyan ay letter C. Bubuyoy. Next, number 66. Syempre, nasabi ko na kanina, it is your craniocaudal and mediolateral oblique. These are the two projections na sinasabi natin na standard examinations for the breast. Okay? Next, number 67, which is not demonstrated or a demonstrated anatomy with your shoulder arthrography. So, correct answer natin dyan, most definitely would be letter C. Kasi ang humeral epicondyles, makikita yan malapit sa elbow. Okay? Wala yan sa shoulder. Next, number 68, projection that will best demonstrate the tarsal navicular free from superimposition. It is still your AP oblique, pero ang rotation, papunta lateral. Okay? Pag medial oblique, ang nakikita natin dyan, yung cuboid, tsaka yung sinus tarsi. Kapag lateral rotation, yung tarsal, okay, navicular, yun yung nagiging point of interest. So, correct answer for number 68, it's letter B. Okay, it's Bravo. Next, number 69, what type of drug should be made readily available for patients who develop hives several minutes after ingestion of iodinated contrast media? So, wala nang iba, it's gonna be your antihistamine. Okay? Number 70, this demonstrates your nephroptosis during intravenous urography. Ang kailangan nyo dito ay naka-erect ang pasyente, AP projection, tapos post-void. Kasi pag scalp lang yan, yan ha, hindi mo masyadong kita or delineated yung ating kidney. So, kailangan naka-post-void na siya. Next, number 71, which of the following may be significant in evaluation of a hypertensive pyelogram? Correct answer natin dyan would be, okay. Pagka-hypertensive pyelogram, ang hinahanap natin dito, sino sa kidneys mo na dalawa ang source ng hypertension mo. Okay? So, usually, number 1, yung source ng hypertension mo, siya yung mas maliit na kidney. Oh. Pangalawa, delayed yung excretion niya. Pangatlo, nagkakaroon ngayon siya ng hyperconcentration. Ibig sabihin, yung contrast media na binigay mo dun sa patient, nagko-concentrate ngayon siya, mas masyado siyang nagiging light up. Okay? So, correct answer mo dyan would be all of the above. Letter D ha, letter D. Next, number 72. Determine the urographic technique performed in examination of the upper urinary tracts in infants and children. Ngayon, kung upper urinary tract, kailangan mo dito ay antegrade na klase ng examination. Kasi kung upper urinary tract, ibig sabihin nito, you are looking for the kidneys functionality. So, kailangan antegrade ang bigay ng examination. So, number 72, letter A, alpha. Next, number 73, in intravenous urography, what is the purpose of applying compression pads over the distal end of both ureters? Ito.
Nag-break ka dali.
Hello, sir. Ayan, thank you po. Ayan. Okay, thank you po. Yan. So, number 73, so kaya tayo nag-a-apply ng compression pads, lalo na kapag merong IVU, is to retard the flow of your opacified urine. Nga lang, is it into the bladder or from the bladder? Should be into the bladder. Kasi pinipigilan mo muna siya na bumaba papunta sa urinary bladder para ang makita mo doon, ang point of interest mo would be the ureters itself. Okay? So, correct answer natin for number 73, it is letter C. Number 74, the most suitable immobilization device for erect chest and for abdomen is which of the following? So, kilalang-kilala nyo siya, it is your pig-o-stat. Okay? Yung positot. Totoo to, meron talagang ganito. Positot, tandem board, tsaka hold'em board, lahat to ginagamit usually kapag nakasupine or nakahiga yung pasyente. usually for the skull and for the abdominal examinations. Okay? Number 75, which of the following modifications employed during BE, or barium enema, places the patient in an LAO position with the central ray directed 30 to 35 degrees cephalad at a point 2 inches superior to your anterior superior iliac spine. So, correct answer natin dito is your Fletcher's method. Okay? Fletcher's method. Si Oppenheimer's, si Robbins, si Chazard-Lapine, lahat yun ginagamit for BE, barium enema. Si Oppenheimer's, ito lang yung nakasupine yung pasyente, tapos yung central ray niya, 12 degrees caudal. Okay? Si Robbins, iba naman yung position niya dito. Nga lang, ang mas kilala siyang description is, pagka tinanong, what is the most important modification in barium enema examination, Robbins agad. Okay? So, yun na lang. Next, number 76. What projection of the pubic symphysis may be done to demonstrate its postpartum widening? Since yung inyong pubic symphysis is still considered as a joint space, so may tendency pa rin siya na magkaroon ng movement. Okay? Normally yan, hindi naman kasi talaga, pero kapag nagkaroon kayo ng normal delivery, medyo lumuluwag or nadi-displace din siya ng konti. So, para ma-demonstrate mo yon, kailangan yung patient mo dito, pag kinunan mo ng pubic symphysis, nakatayo. AP tapos erect. Okay? So, para malaman mo kung talagang may movement or wala. Kasi, ang kawawa niya, pag maglalakad siya, syempre, magkakaroon ngayon siya ng movement. Okay? Pwedeng afflicted din. Okay? Yung kanyang pubic symphysis. So, correct answer natin dito would be letter D. Ayan ha, AP, erect. Next, number 77. To obtain an unobstructed view ng iliac wing, what must be done with the affected ilium? Dapat dito, you will have to place it in a parallel, ayan ha, position with the plane of the film. So, kung nakahiga, nakahiga din. Huwag siyang gawing perpendicular kasi magsusuperimpose siya. Okay? So, ito naman, nakalagay, elevated 45 degrees, elevated 40 degrees, no. It should be placed downside of your patient. Okay? Hindi yung upside ha, dapat naka-downside siya, nakahiga, nakalapat. Next, number 78. Which aspect of the GI tract is demonstrated with an RAO position during an upper GI? Sino lang yan yung ginagawa natin na naka-RAO? Para makita natin ngayon si pylorus at saka si silu, ginagamit natin ang RAO position. Kung gusto mo makita is yung fundus ng stomach, mag-AP projection ka lang. Kung gusto mo body ng stomach, edi mag-PA ka lang. Okay? Ito kasi yung part ng duodenum, hindi na kasi siya dapat pang GI. Dapat yan pang SIS na siya. Okay? Next, number 79. A radiograph of an RAO projection taken during an esophagram demonstrates incomplete filing of the esophagus with barium. So what can the technologists do to do better filing or filling of the esophagus during the repeat exposure? So para hindi ngayon siya mag-gravitate pababa dun sa stomach, ang gawin mo, ilagay mo si patient in a Trendelenburg position. Okay? So number 79, letter B, Trendelenburg. Number 80, with reference to the IR, how should the mid-sagittal plane be adjusted for the tangential projection demonstrating an individual na zygomatic arc? So, ang pinopertain natin dito na method is actually your May method. Diba? Sa May method, pwede kang unilateral lang. Ayan ha, na zygomatic arc. So, anong ang gagamitin natin dito? Ayan ha, na central, tawag nito, in reference with your IR. Ayan, yung central ray natin. So, it should be in 15 degrees from perpendicular. Ay, bakit underline? Ayan. Okay? So, correct answer natin, letter B, 15 degrees from perpendicular. Next, number 81. Which evaluation criterion pertains to the lateral projection of the facial bones? So, dito, kailangan, eksakto ha, naka-superimpose silang dalawa. Wala na, sabi na. Letter A, orbital roof should be superimposed. Ayan. Next, number 82. Okay. Kung planto-dorsal axial projection ng calcaneus, isang numero lang ang titignan mo, 40 degrees. Anong angulation? Cephalad. Okay? So, number 40, char. Okay? Planto-dorsal kasi so mauuna dun sa ano. Yan. Next, number na ako? 83. Okay. So, what compensation should be made in the lateral projection of the thoracic vertebral column on a recumbent patient when the lower thoracic region is not parallel with the table? So, in any cases na kung saan, ayan ha, hindi ngayon siya naka-eksaktong parallel. So, kailangan mo ngayon mag-adjust through the angulation of your tube. So, therefore, yan, tanggalin mo na yung letter A tsaka letter B. Kasi kailangan mo mag-angle dito ng tube. Ang sunod na tanong, papunta saan? Is it cephalad or is it caudal? So, correct answer natin, since naka-recumbent siya, papuntang cephalad. Yan. Okay? At dahil yun ngayon yung angulation ng kanyang, ayan ha, vertebral column, yung thoracic area. Pa-cephalad dapat, para bukas ngayon yung kada intervertebral disc space niya. Okay? Next, number 84, which projection of the cervical vertebra demonstrates the spinous processes elevated and widely separated? So, kung cervical vertebra, yung spinous process, gusto mo magkakahiwalay sila, edi ipa-hyperflex mo ngayon yung pasyente. Okay? Pagka-hyperflex ng patient, tsaka mo ngayon siya kunan ng lateral projection. Okay? Sobrang tungo. Yan. Next, number 85. To demonstrate bilateral sternoclavicular joints, which examination or which evaluation criterion indicates that the patient was properly positioned? So, kung parehas na sternoclavicular joint space yan, at gusto mo malaman kung tama yung position mo, dapat walang rotation yung SC joints by means of, yan ha, walang rotation, by means of equidistant siya dapat sa dorsal spine. So, correct answer mo dyan, letter C. Yan. Tapos, kapag no rotation yung SC joints mo, makikita mo siya, open na open siya. Yun. Next, number 86. Why would the chest most likely be demonstrated using 2PA projections? Ayan. Kailangan daw isang naka-suspended inspiration, then yung isa suspended expiration. Anong klase? Ayan. Usually, ginagawa natin siya to demonstrate very small amounts of pneumothorax. So, para ma-differentiate mo lang siya kung talagang yung hangin na nakikita mo doon ay it's just a blur kasi nga huminga yung pasyente, or with a comparison, isang naka-expire then isang naka-inspire. Okay? So, correct answer natin, letter A. Next, number 87, the visibility of this muscle indicates correct exposure factor during your abdominal x-ray. So, correct answer natin, psoas muscle. Although, hindi lahat kayang mapakita ito, lalo na kapag medyo malaman yung patient natin. So, nakikita lang siya halos in small to average patients. Tapos, yung shadow na to, kitang-kita mo kapag maganda yung technical factors na ginamit mo or correct yung technical factors na ginamit. Next, number 88, for the parieto-orbital oblique projection, the Rees method of your skull, which positioning line should be perpendicular to the image receptor? Siya lang bukod tangi ang gumagamit nitong positioning line na to, which is your acanthomeatal line. Okay? So, correct answer natin, letter C. Next, number 89, what projection and position best demonstrates the up or the posterior portion of your colon? Guys, ito, sorry ha, walang right ventral position. It should have been just ventral position. So, correct answer natin dyan should be lateral. Ayan ha, projection. Pero kasi, ang position niya, naka-ventral siya. So, para yung up part ay yung likod na portion ng colon. Okay? So, correct answer, letter C. Lateral projection, pero nakadapa yung pasyente. Naka-decube to dapat. Okay? Next, number 90. What is the formal term for a radiographic long bone measurement study? Wala nang iba, orthoröntgenography. Okay? Number 91. Which central ray direction is used to better demonstrate the parotid gland when performing ciliography procedure? Ang hinahanap natin dito is yung parotid gland. Okay? Medyo kailangan mas mataas ha. Medyo mataas ng konti yung hanap mo dito. So, it should be 1 inch superior to your mandibular angle. Kailangan medyo mataas kasi nandun yung placement niya. Padighay tuloy ako. Next, number 92. What examination is used for the detection of lesions in the duodenum, distal to the duodenal bulb, and for the diagnosis of your pancreatic disease? Ito yung pamigay na term. Duodenal bulb tapos pancreatic disease. So, correct answer natin, hypotonic duodenography. Okay? Number 93. When performing a barium enema, if the splenic flexure of the colon is of the interest, then the projection that will best demonstrate this structure is to do which of the following? Okay. So, kung splenic flexure ang hanap natin, kung halimbawa ilalagay natin siya in an AP position, usually kung ano yung naka-up side, yun yung pinapakita natin. So, therefore, it should be in RPO position. Kung naka-downside, o yan ha, downside tuloy, kung naka-prone position si patient, kung ano yung malapit sa IR, yun ang ipapakita natin. So, kung halimbawa, naka-prone position si patient, RAO, dapat yung magiging sagot natin. Okay? So, since naka-AP siya, naka-supine si patient, so we will use your RPO position. Next, number 94. To accomplish a double contrast study of the to accomplish a double contrast study of the upper gastrointestinal series, your barium mixed with blank is administered to the patient. So usually, kung double contrast at upper gastrointestinal series, sabay na siyang iniinom ng pasyente, yung inyong contrast, okay, na positive and negative. So, therefore, ang kailangan mo dito ay mga gastrolaf. Okay? Ayan. Okay? So, ito yung mga gas-producing tablets natin. Minimix na siya kasama dun sa barium na iinumin ng pasyente. And then, gas-producing yon once na pumasok na or nainom na siya ng patient, sa stomach, doon na ngayon siya magpo-perform or doon na siya ngayon mag-release ng gas. Okay? So, correct answer natin for number 94, it's letter D. Next, number 95. So, to best demonstrate the swallowing function, in which position should the patient be placed to begin the fluoroscopic phase of your single contrast examination? So, kung swallowing function lang din naman, gusto mo makita through peristalsis and through gravity, correct answer natin, upright position mo siyang dapat pinoperform. Okay? Tapos, fluoro. Naka-record siya na parang video. Next, number 96. Which structures of your large intestine are of primary interest with your APHL or PAHL projections during a barium enema? So, yung APHL na to or PAHL projection na to, ito yung sinasabi natin na butterfly positions. So, usually, ginagawa natin siya sa area ng sigmoid at saka ng rectum. Kasi, mataas ang incidence ng colon cancer sa mga areas na to. Plus, sila yung laging nagtatago. Okay? Kaya kailangan mo pa silang i-uncoil through AP or PAHL projections. Okay? Next, number 97. What is the central ray direction in an axiolateral projection to demonstrate your sternoclavicular joint space? So guys, etong hinahanap natin dito is what we call as your Kirchhoff-Bower method. Kasi axiolateral. So walang gagamit ng perpendicular dito ha, ng central ray. Kasi axiolateral, so naka-axial siya. Now, is it 15 degrees or 20 degrees? It's actually your 15 degrees. Sunod na tanong, cephalad or caudad? Caudad. Okay? So, kailangan naka-lateral recumbent dito si patient, nakahiga siya sa katagilid. Then yung central ray mo, naka 15 degrees, pa-caudad, papunta dun sa sternoclavicular joint space niya. So it is letter D. Kirchhoff-Bower method. Ayan. Okay? Next, number 98. What will be the central ray angulation of your PA axial skull or Caldwell if the GML in the use or is used instead of your OML that is perpendicular to the image receptor? So, yes, 23 degrees caudad. Nice. Ayan. Bakit pa ako nagtuturo? Alam niyo naman na pala. Okay. Malakas tuloy yung feeling ko na lahat kayo papasa. Yan. So, pagka ito yung ginamit natin, mag-exit siya sa nasyon, tapos, pwede na siya makapag-demonstrate ng pars petrosa or ng Petrus pyramid. Okay? On the lower third of the orbit. Next, number 99. In the lateral projection of the nasal bones, which of the following is correct? So, correct answer na natin dito, bigay ko na sa inyo, letter C. So, the central ray is directed perpendicular to the roof of the nose. Last number, ayan, for our cluster 3, in the exaggerated Caldwell method, the Petrus pyramids, saan ngayon siya nakikita? Letter B, inferior margin of the orbits. Okay? And that's the last number. Hi! Nakatapos na rin tayo. Okay. So, dahil dyan, meron pa tayong isang oras